share the screen, then maybe prove it.
Can you see? Prabhu, can you see? This is a new laptop, no? So I'm trying to figure out where.
It's Apple laptop, right?
Okay. Tell.
There is a pull down menu. Let's just come below, Mataji, little below. Below. Yeah, pull down menu is there. A small arrow mark, little down. Just right down.
This one.
Yeah, Mataji. Yeah. So here you see slideshow is there. Click on that, Mataji.
Where is the top slide?
The top
Format.
Right. Still right. Next to the share button, slideshow.
Corner, Mataji, where your name is coming as a Y. Right top.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, Mataji.
Okay, cool. Okay, sorry. Okay, thank you so much. So, first of all, I like to thank Ranjani Mai Prabhu and Naveen Prabhu who have taken this wonderful service, and they have made this PPT and the content. So, I really appreciate them for their service. Okay, so we are going to see Srila Prabhupada, Sri Jagannath Rath Yatra and Srila Prabhupada. How that's our topic for today, in the sense. Am I going to the right one? Yeah. So the first one is how in Jagannath Puri, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very first, how he danced in front of Lord Jagannath, and how all his associates, together celebrated this beautiful Rath Yatra festival. So that we will touch on this topic first before we go further. So as we know, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spent most of his time in Jagannath Puri, nearly 18 years in Jagannath Puri. And in that, in fact, 12 years, literally, he was staying in Jagannath Puri. 6 years, he was traveling. So every year, the devotees from Bengal would come and join Mahaprabhu for this Rath Yatra festival. During the rainy season of Chaturmasya, they would come and they would, have association of Mahaprabhu, and especially they will participate in this Rath Yatra festival. So Mahaprabhu, as we saw in the last session also, personally, the pastime is that the Lord is from the Kurukshetra, everyone assembled in Kurukshetra during the eclipse time. And that time all the Vrajavasis also came, and then Srimati Radharani, all the gopis were there. And when they saw Krishna, Krishna was, was dressed as like a king, because he was king of Dwarka. So Radharani felt a great separation. Even when she saw Krishna, she was so happy, but Krishna was not like a cowherd boy, and not having the peacock feather. So Radharani was saying, you are here, I am here, Krishna, but we are missing Vrindavan. I wish I can take you to Vrindavan. So Rath Yatra is all about taking Krishna back to Vrindavan. So that's a mood. And then we see here Mahaprabhu, here in Jagannath Puri also. Jagannath temple represents Dwarka, and the Gundicha temple represents Vrindavan. So Lord Jagannath was, taken from the Jagannath Puri temple, that's a Dwarka, pulling him all through, in the nice chariot towards the Gundicha Mandir, which is Vrindavan. So it's like 8 consecutive day festival. And Mahaprabhu, when he was personally present, Mahaprabhu first, he went to the Gundicha temple, because Vrindavan represents our heart. So when the Lord has to come and reside in a place, the place should be spotlessly clean. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally took all his associates and cleansed the Gundicha temple spotlessly. And through that pastime, he showed how one should keep clean the heart, because the hearts are now closed. We need to open the heart, and so many dirts have accumulated in the heart, and we need to cleanse so that we can receive the Lord in our heart. So after this Gundicha Marjana, the cleansing of the Gundicha is done, Mahaprabhu took all his associates and went to the temple on the day of Rath Yatra. So as we all know, Jagannath, Lord Jagannath, from the altar, he is taken to the chariot in a very beautiful way. Like Lord Jagannath was carried by the personal sevakas of the Lord, who had a well-built body, and they carried, because Jagannath is so huge, they would lift Jagannath from one cushion to another cushion, because it's not possible. So many people together have to carry Lord Jagannath. So they will carry Jagannath and put him in one cushion and move him to another cushion. Like that, Jagannath so beautifully and wonderfully, very elegantly, he comes out of the altar, out of the temple to the chariot. And when this beautiful ceremony was happening, Mahaprabhu and all his associates were chanting, dancing, and the Lord was ecstatically dancing, calling out very lovingly Lord Jagannath as Manima, Manima, oh my dear Lord. So he was, so in that way, the Lord was very ceremonially taken from the temple to the chariot. And once in the chariot, Lord Jagannath, the three huge chariots, as we know, Lord Jagannath was the Nandi Ghosh, which was at the last, and in the middle is Subhadra Maharani's, Subhadra Devi's chariot. Anyone remember Subhadra Devi's chariot is called? Anyone know?
Darpadalana.
Darpadalana, yes, the Puri Vasis can say. So, and Padmadwaja also. And in the very first, Lord Balaram's chariot comes. That is Taladwaja. So, Balaram first and Subhadra Devi second, and Lord Jagannath at the end. So, the way Mahaprabhu arranged the Kirtan party, there were 7 Kirtan parties altogether. Especially, in front of Lord Jagannath chariot, 7 Kirtan parties. And in that 4 Kirtan parties were in front of the Rath cart, and 2 were on the sides and 1 on the rear. And Mahaprabhu, and in each of the Kirtan parties, there were 2 drummers. That means totally there were 14 drums, 14 mridangas. And there was 1 lead dancer, 1 lead chanter, and all others were responding to the kirtan. So in that way, Mahaprabhu arranged, and so it was very beautifully arranged. And before the chariot, the Rath Yatra started, King Prataparudra Maharaj came and he swept in front of Lord Jagannath, the street, with a golden broom. That's a tradition, that even including the king is a servant of God. Nobody is equal to God. Nobody is equal to Krishna. Everyone is a servant of the Lord. One may be a king, one may be in any position, any higher position, but in front of the Lord, one is a humble servant of the Lord. So here the king also takes a menial role, and he cleanses in the street, he brooms in front of the Rath cart, and then after that the Rath Yatra begins. So I just want to read, I don't know that I can, just a minute. Yeah, so in this one, so basically when this Mahaprabhu arranged this beautiful Rath cart, 1 minute, let me start. If I have to go back. Sorry. So so when this formation of Kirtan was arranged, and all the devotees came, and then you can see in this picture itself how the Lord is dancing in front of Lord Jagannath ecstatically, because Lord Jagannath is Krishna, and in the mood of looking for Srimati Radharani. And here is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, in the mood of Srimati Radharani. So it is union. Rath Yatra is a time of reunion. And we see in the original pastime also, Krishna left Vrindavan and went to Dwarka. and the Vrajavasis were feeling so great separation. And on the day of, on the lunar eclipse, when they came to Kurukshetra, that was the time of reunion. So similarly, we see here, Rath Yatra is a time, Mahaprabhu, Krishna is coming and in the mood of taking the Lord back to Vrindavan. It's a joyous occasion of reuniting with the Lord. So here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dances in such a great ecstasy that he would fall down, and then Nityananda Prabhu, you can see, would always be there nearby to hold Mahaprabhu. And a very beautiful description in Chaitanya Charitamrita is given. I'm just trying to see if I can get it. My God, it is impossible to describe in one's own words. Very, very beautifully, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is describing it. I thought it would be very nice. We can just read through, and then we will see the other parts. So such was the ecstasy in, I'm just trying to take. So that is the ecstasy of, Rath Yatra ceremony, and could see that, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, all the Sivananda Sena and all the associates from Navadip Dham, they also joined, for this wonderful festival. And the ecstasy, I'll just read ecstasy of the Lord dancing. It will be very nice to hear from the words of Srila Prabhupada. I hope I can take it. Yeah, so it is mentioned that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced, he displayed various blissful transcendental changes in his body. Sometimes he appeared as though stunned. Sometimes the hairs of his body stood on end. Sometimes he perspired, cried, trembled, and changed color. And sometimes he exhibited symptoms of helplessness, pride, exuberance, and humility. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fell down with a crash while dancing, he would roll on the ground. At such times, it appeared that a golden mountain was rolling on the ground. Nityananda Prabhu would stretch out his two hands and try to catch the Lord when he was running here and there. Advaita Acharya would walk behind the Lord and loudly chant Hari Bol again and again. So, and then so many big description is given. I'm just trying to show that one, which is when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced and jumped high, 8 wonderful transformations indicative of divine ecstasy were seen in his body. All the symptoms were visible simultaneously. His skin erupted with goose pimples, and the hairs of his body stood on end. His body resembled the simuli silk cotton tree, all covered with thorns. Indeed, the people became afraid just to see his teeth chatter, and they even thought that his teeth would fall out. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's whole body flowed with perspiration, and at the same time oozed blood. He made the sounds jaga jaga, jaga gaga in a voice choked with ecstasy. So like that, a big description is given in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, how ecstatic was the dancing of Lord in front of Lord Jagannath. So amazing, and the Lord offered so many wonderful prayers in front of Jagannath. So this is, the Lord showed how personally it's a great opportunity, for the Lord, to see the Lord, to receive the Lord, and to serve Him. So Rath Yatra is a festival where the Lord is coming out personally to deliver the conditioned souls. So it's an amazing festival. And we see how Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has a connection with this Ratha Yatra festival. Of course, all the acharyas, we see here, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Yeah. So we know that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master and is the son of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was praying to Lord Jagannath to send a ray of Vishnu to help in his missionary activities. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was the answer to the prayer. That's why he was named as Bimala Prasad, after Vimala Devi. And then when when once the Rath Yatra festival was happening and the Rath cart was passing the house of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the Rath cart stopped there and it did not move for a couple of days. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur immediately brought Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. That time he was a baby, and then he brought the small baby, his wife Bhavatarini. She brought Bhagavati Devi. She brought the baby and put the baby in front of Lord Jagannath, and Lord Jagannath's garland fell, upon the body of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, assuring that this ray of Vishnu, which Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was praying for, whom Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was praying for. So, so there is a lot of pastime connected with Lord Jagannath and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So, following that footsteps, we can see Srila Prabhupada, when he was just 6 years old, he had the desire to have his own cart and perform the Rath Yatra festival. And so he went and requested his father, to help him get a cart. And Srila Prabhupada was, his childhood name is Abhay Charan. So Abhay went to his father Gaur Mohan De that he wanted a cart. And Gaur Mohan De took Abhay to many of the carpenters, to find one good cart for him. But then he understood that the cart was so expensive and he won't be able to afford to get a cart. So they just came back. On their way back, Abhay, the little boy, 6-year-old boy, was crying. And that time one Bengali woman she saw, and then she asked why Abhay is crying. And then Gaur Mohan De mentioned that they were looking for a cart. Then the women said that she has a cart and she is happy to give. So both father and the son, they went, and Gaur Mohan, they saw the cart. It was quite an old cart, but it was looking, it was in a working condition. So he purchased the cart and he brought home, and then he brought the paints. And Abhay, being just a 6-year-old boy, he started painting, and together both of them were decorating the cart. And even at that age of 6, Abhay, Srila Prabhupada, he was insisting that the cart should, represent, the actual form of Lord Jagannath's cart in Jagannath Puri. In that age itself, Srila Prabhupada was very particular. And so they put all the different 16 columns, like, in Jagannath Rath cart. And then also a very nice canopy on the top, and also the, horses in the front. So, more authentic, they were trying to make it more authentic, and because Abhay wanted it to be like that. And then the cart was ready, and he was calling all his friends and also his own sister, Bhavatarini, and everyone gathered together, and it was an 8-day festival, 8 consecutive days. Srila Prabhupada, as Abhay, he did this festival, and his mother was mother, and all the other mothers, they were making nice sweets, so he could distribute, on this during the Rath procession. So in that way, Srila Prabhupada did a very beautiful Rath Yatra festival at the age of 6. And later we all know how Srila Prabhupada brought this Ratha Yatra festival to the entire world. So we see here that Prabhupada, how Lord Jagannath who was only in Jagannath Puri, or mostly, in India, people know who is Lord Jagannath. But how did Lord Jagannath came to Western country? It's quite interesting. When Srila Prabhupada was in San Francisco, one of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, her name was Malati Mataji. So Malati Mataji, she went to a shop. It's a shop where they sell all different Indian things called Cost Plus Import Market. So she went there and she was buying something, and then she saw a 2-foot wooden carving, looking so bright, colorful, with the big eyes. And she was quite curious, and then she bought one of those carvings, and she brought it to Srila Prabhupada, and she put it on the desk of Srila Prabhupada. And when Srila Prabhupada saw this, the little carving, the little wooden deity, immediately Srila Prabhupada fell down and offered obeisances, and he offered prayers, and he told, this is Lord Jagannath. This is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He resides with his brother Balaram and sister Subhadra in Jagannath Puri, in Orissa in India. And Srila Prabhupada started narrating how Lord Jagannath got this form. He told the story of Indradumna, the king Indradumna, and how Vishwakarma came and carved this deity. So he was narrating this pastimes to the disciples. And then Srila Prabhupada said also how Ratha Yatra is the time when Lord Jagannath is taken out, a trip to the ocean. And Jagannath likes this ride. And so he was narrating the entire Ratha Yatra pastimes, and everyone was so excited to hear. And then Srila Prabhupada said, okay, please go to the shop again and find 2 more small wooden carvings, because Balaram and Subhadra are missing. So then Janaki Mataji, she ran to the shop, and then she could find, the same size Lord Balaram, the white-faced Balaram, and then Subhadra Devi. So she bought both of them, and then Srila Prabhupada looked at Shyamasundar Prabhu. Shyamasundar Prabhu is Malati Mataji's husband, and he was very good in carving the deities, he was a carpenter. So he can carve, and he was good in carpentry. So he asked, can you make a big size of these 3, similar ones, deities? And then Shyamasundar Prabhu, he started carving this Lord Jagannath, Lord Baldev, and Subhadra, the big, size deities in Haight-Ashbury, in San Francisco. No, not there. They were actually in Frederick Street that time. There was a small center was there, because as we all know, in 26 Second Avenue, the first center, is called Prabhupada established. And then in San Francisco, it was in the Frederick Street with a very bad minimum, some pictures of Lord Govinda. There was no deities as such at that point of time. But then that was the time the little deities came, and Srila Prabhupada said, Jagannath has come on his own accord. Without even we going to search for him, he has come on its own accord. It is so auspicious. By the mercy of Krishna, we got the opportunity to serve Lord Jagannath, and we can certainly do a Ratha Yatra festival for Jagannath. So this is what Srila Prabhupada said. So then Shyamasundar Prabhu carved these big deities. You can see here, this is a picture taken in the Golden Park, in Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. Actually, what happened was, once the deities were carved, then Srila Prabhupada arranged for an installation ceremony. And that was the first time the Western devotees, the devotees saw what is called, something called Aarti. never before they saw an arati, because there was no deities at all. So in San Francisco, the first time when Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, the Devi were installed, Srila Prabhupada performed an arati, with incense, flowers, and everything. So that was the first time they were seeing arati. And also, San Francisco is a place where Srila Prabhupada also introduced, this singing of Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatumi. So that was also taught, in that temple. And then just a few days after installation, what happened was some devotees, they took Lord Jagannath, to the Golden Gate Park. They didn't tell Srila Prabhupada. They took Jagannath alone to the park and kept him on the park and started doing kirtan. And then Srila Prabhupada came to know that Jagannath is gone, to the Golden Gate Park, and Srila Prabhupada ran, and he also sat near to the Lord, and then he performed kirtan. And later he gently said, gently and lovingly, and in a very kind way, he said that we should not bring the deities like this. The deities will remain in the temple, and we should worship them. We should not just carry them, like this. But we can carry them once in a year during the Rath Yatra festival. So Srila Prabhupada gave idea of how the Rath cart can be made. So the first time the Rath cart was made, they made it like just a very simple one, like a flatbed truck. They used, for Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Devi for procession. So that was in the year 1967 in San Francisco. A very simple, kind of Rath Yatra happened. And Jayananda Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada's very dear disciple, and he got the instruction from Srila Prabhupada to help in constructing this Rath carts and arranging this festival. So he started that in the year 1967, the first Rath Yatra. So first Jagannath came to San Francisco, and then the first Rath Yatra started in San Francisco, 1967, in a very, very simple way. Maybe some 50 people would have attended. Then in 1968, they made like a nice canopy cloth, and made a bigger one, own cart they made, proper cart. And then 1968, three big carts, similar to Jagannath Puri, were constructed. And so that time Srila Prabhupada personally came to attended the Rath Yatra. We will see that now. Okay, so this is 1974, but Srila Prabhupada came to San Francisco Rath Yatra in 1974, and also before in 1969, and so this was Jayananda Prabhu was personally there arranging all this Rath Yatra, Rath cart, and Srila Prabhupada was so pleased seeing all the arrangements, and you can see how Prabhupada was pleased. Seeing all the people gathered for this Rath Yatra procession. So then the Rath Yatra after San Francisco, then in New York also there was Rath Yatra. So we can see it was one of the biggest.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Can you able to hear sound? Are you able to hear Mataji, the volume sound?
Can't hear.
Prabhu, or everyone is able to hear the volume, voice, I mean sound?
No Mataji.
No, Mataji.
Maybe
Oh no, so you didn't hear anything?
no Mataji. How can you able to hear Mataji? Was it?
Yeah, I was hearing. That's why I was thinking everyone is hearing.
Okay, Mataji. Actually, in the Zoom, we should there is an option to share the sound so that the audio output we can able to hear. If you click in the top, there is a Zoom, right, Mataji? If
Where,
in
Prabhu?
that in the top, the Zoom options, is there
Yeah.
options? Some
Yeah,
share.
yeah, share, new share, pause, all that is there. So where should I go?
Share
Share
volume or
sound,
share.
share sound.
Yes, Mataji. Click that, Mataji. Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
That's it, Mataji. Next time
Okay.
you play.
Okay, let me go back to that one because you didn't see the other one, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Goes back.
Yeah, in slideshow, Mataji.
Sorry, sir.
And we are, I began this movement.
Oh, again. Okay.
And we are, I began this
Can you
movement
hear?
in New York alone.
Yes, Mataji, we
And
can hear
these
now.
boys gradually
Okay.
came to me. But my process was this, chanting and giving them prasad. He is one of the original students here. So this process, very simple process, everyone will be able to accept it. Chant, dance and take prasad. Within that process, everything is there. Then we'll understand They read these books. They are practical examples. I am poor Indian, I did not bribe them, neither have money. So, and now they have dedicated their life for this purpose. So I want to do it in a large scale.
Yes.
But I have no money. So if the authorities give me a place and for feeding them necessary foodstuff, then I am sure it will be successful. These two things I want. I don't want any charges for my mantra, no. My mantra is open, Hare Krishna, and there is no charge for it. And I have no necessity. I require little clothing and 2 chapatis, that's all. Anyone can do. I thought Chicago is one of the important cities of the country. And when I first came and saw, this is vacant. So I thought if this house can be utilized in the beginning, and we invite anyone, especially young men, come here, live with us, at least for 1 week, and associate with this chanting, dancing, and we give nice prasadam. There is no difficulty. We can attend, and if the authorities give us this facility at least for 1 year, then we shall talk of permanent. They can see the result.
Would you use the facility then as sort of a center for all over the United States?
Oh yes. We invite. As soon as they have got a leisure hour, let them come and live with us for 1 week and see the result. They can remain forever, it doesn't matter. But for experimental sake, they can come and live with us and associate with us. It is not difficult, and we invite everyone. We have no such discrimination that black, white, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, no, anyone.
So you could all hear? Hare Krishna?
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. So we could see in New York, Srila Prabhupada is one of the very big ones. So this is Australia.
Romanchakam pasutaram bhajo vande gurachintaradundam samsaradavalalilaloka pranayakarinna ghana ghana hatyam Kaptasya kalyana gunadnavasya bandi gurachintaradundam Hara dhana nityanana Singara tanmandira marjanadavu Iktasya bhaktangsya nijanyatopi bandi gurachintaradundam
Jai. So I was just, when I was reading, in the year, Jayananda Prabhu was interviewed by a reporter and about Rath Yatra festival. So at one point, Jayananda Prabhu mentions that how they were actually publicizing this Rath Yatra festival, like billboards, posters, TV, all the media. So, I mean, they put such an effort. This he was talking about for the Rath Yatra in 1968, 69, when Srila Prabhupada came and attended the festival there. So he was saying that they use all different kind of publicity. So I think, it's also something which we can also think, even though ours is a small, but I think the purpose of this festival is to bring as many people possible to get the mercy of Lord Jagannath and get benefited, as Srila Prabhupada mentions. They get the holy name, they get the prasadam. So I think we can take inspirations from and do at least something from our end to please Prabhupada. We will see more now how Srila Prabhupada brought to the whole of the world this very beautiful festival. Let's see. So So it's not just in Western world, in India, it's Pakistan, every place, it doesn't matter. As Prabhupada mentions, this festival is open for all. There is no discrimination of caste, color, language, anything. Everyone can come in front of Lord Jagannath and pull the chariot and get the blessings. So we all know London Rath Yatra is something which is very special. We are very blessed to be here. A place which is so dear to Srila Prabhupada in terms of the deities, especially Sri Radha Landaneshwar is so dear to Srila Prabhupada, and this Rath Yatra is also very, very special. So the first Rath Yatra, London Rath Yatra, took place in 1969, and the festival is arranged by 8 pioneering devotees. So, and it started from Marble Arch to Trafalgar Square, like we do from Hyde Park to Trafalgar Square now. Shyamsundar Prabhu, he built the chariot. The same, personality who did in San Francisco those days. Headlines in the national newspaper. See how Srila Prabhupada disciple always get very, very inspired reading this point many times, that they were so particular, in their promotions. When Prabhupada was arriving or any other festival, you see always newspaper, billboards, posters, media. The Prabhupada disciples, they thought everything in a big way. So here also you see headlines in the national newspaper, read Krishna chant startles London. Srila Prabhupada instructed, make the deities so beautiful that everyone will be attracted to them. So under this order, direct order, Shyamsundar Prabhu carved the deities of Sri Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra Devi. These deities are still worshipped. So, we are so fortunate that we are worshipping the same Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra Devi at the Soho temple. Very, very fortunate. And we are getting the opportunity to pull their chariot. And just September 4th, we had this great blessing and opportunity, the privilege of being in the Rath Yatra festival, pulling Lord Jagannath, having prasadam, being with the devotees, and many Srila Prabhupada disciples were also there. So we are very blessed. So let's see this video.
Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam. And in the Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna explains himself, Aham sarvasya prabhava. I am the origin of everyone. Matta sarvang pravartate. Everything emanates from me. All the energies. Just like from the sun globe, the energies are coming out incessantly, just like flows of water. And everything is being created in this material world through the sun sign. Similarly, the shining principle which is emanating from Krishna, which is known as Brahma Jyoti, is the origin of everything. So, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So this Krishna science is a very great science, and Bhagavad Gita explains this Krishna science very nicely, the origin of everything, and we should take advantage of this great book of knowledge, Bhagavad Gita. It is already known in your country, Bhagavad Gita. There are many editions, but unfortunately sometimes Bhagavad Gita is misinterpreted and people are misled to understand the origin. Therefore, we have the opportunity to publish the Bhagavad Gita as it is. We have entrusted the matter to Messrs. Macmillan Company. They are going to publish the book next month. So try to understand Bhagavad Gita as it is, without any interpretation. Then you will understand the origin. So the process of understanding Bhagavad Gita is very nicely stated in the Bhagavad Gita itself. And in our disciplic succession, the Sarvagoswami, the 6 Goswamis, of whom I offered a prayer in the beginning, Bande Rupa Sanatano Raghujugo Sri Jiva Gopalako. So, we are publishing another book, Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So, the printing is complete. That book also will come next month. So, I shall request some of you to read the teachings to Lord, teaching to Sanatana Goswami. Now, this Sanatana Goswami, he was formerly known as Dabir Khan. He was born in a high aristocratic family, Brahmin family, and he was finance minister in the government of Nawab Hussain Shah, the then Bengal governor of Bengal. And it is about 500 years ago, India was governed by the Pathans, Muslims, and in Bengal the governor was known as Nawab Hussain Shah. Under his government, this Dabir Khan was Minister of Finance, and his brother also, Shakar Malik, he was also a departmental minister. So both the brothers were in very high position. They were great scholars in Sanskrit and Farsi, Urdu. Farsi, Urdu, no, the language spoken in Arabia, in that part of the
We can stop
world.
the video, Mataji, if you wish.
So they
to,
are
you know,
very good
going.
scholars.
Okay.
And born
Yeah, so London Rath Yatra, quite interesting. See how Jagannath was brought. So we can remember now how Jagannath is carried, even now in wonderful cars, taking them to the procession area. So Srila Prabhupada's vision on uniting the whole world. So Srila Prabhupada, own words, we can see here how Rath Yatra is a wonderful way of bringing people from all different backgrounds. So he said that Prabhupada showed that no other material endeavors to achieve unity among the people of the world would be as effective as a festival of carts. Spiritual activities like Rath Yatra would do a lot in creating unity by bringing all under the shelter of Lord Jagannath. So regarding this, Prabhupada said in a lecture, we cannot become united nations of united dogs. It is not possible. Everyone is barking, and if you practice to bark, then simply some different types of dogs, some bulldogs, some greyhounds, some this, some that. So how they will be united? No, that is not possible. Here is unity. When you accept Jagannatha, there is unity. So actually, if we take Krishna consciousness movement very seriously, scientifically, then there is unity. Srila Prabhupada dancing in Rath Yatra. Very nice. Sorry. All around the world.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Amazing, isn't it?
Please chant.
Amazing, yeah. So very nicely put. To attend, if anyone has missed attending Rath Yatra, because see in UK also you see so many different places Rath Yatra is happening now by the mercy of Lord Jagannath and Srila Prabhupada. Different places, many new places. I think around June it starts, and I think Ilford, East London Rath Yatra is the last one. Sometime back there was one near, what was that recently had after Jagannath, after London Rath Yatra, there was just one last week.
Brighton.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Brighton Rath Yatra. So many places it's happening now. So it's so amazing, Srila Prabhupada's mercy, that how we saw Jagannath, no one even knew the name Jagannath in the Western countries, even in India. And I can say for myself, born in Tamil Nadu, I never knew, who is Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. No idea, no clue. Only in the television, Doordarshan, we used to watch Jagannath Rath Yatra, festival once in a year, but never knew what was the story behind. Okay, something is happening today. They're all coming out, and it's the largest procession. That's all, but nothing else. But how Srila Prabhupada took the glory of Lord Jagannath all over the world, and how he established, starting in San Francisco, one by one, everywhere, every nook and corner now. There is no place, even in Africa. Africa, there is Russia. Russia is a cold country. And even there, Rath Yatra is happening, the different kind of a cart. So every single place, it's happening now by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So it's so amazing. Such a beautiful gift Srila Prabhupada has given for all of us. He has given Lord Jagannath and Lord Jagannath's Rath Yatra and many more. So if anyone has attended, couldn't make it for any of the Rath Yatras which happened this year especially, someone might have missed, London Rath Yatra also. You didn't get an opportunity to pull the, the ropes of the Rath cart. You didn't get prasadam. Don't worry. Now, this coming Sunday, we have East London Rath Yatra, so can come and take part and get Lord Jagannath's mercy. So we request everyone to come and take part. 25th September, this week. We are supposed to have last week, postponed now to this week. So Jagannath has given more opportunity to reach out to more devotees. So I have just a request to the devotees here that I know many of you would have almost already would have reached to all your friends, colleagues, and other well-wishers. If not, at least we all can pray to the Lord, and what Srila Prabhupada has done at that age and has given this wonderful gift. We can also, as a gratitude, we can do something, in this Rath Yatra, especially bringing more people to be part of this festival, because that's the objective of this festival. We are putting in wonderful tents, we are putting a lot of different booths and beautiful decoration of the cart, prasadam. All that is for what? To get more people to get this mercy. And of course, to make Lord Jagannath happy, celebrating that the festival, remembering the original pastime. We are also requesting the Lord to come to, and reside in our heart. Yes, that is there, but also to give this opportunity for many, many more people. So if each one of us even reach out to 5 new people, we can keep some kind of a number. I'm going to reach out to this many people, going to give a personal call. And also we can reach out to all the different WhatsApp groups, whom if we may be in different WhatsApp groups, so we can ask permission and then put all these posters. And then, but personally, we can call and reach out to minimum 5 people, who have never attended Rath Yatra festival, or whom you think can be part of this festival. So that would be very nice as a, offering of gratitude to Srila Prabhupada. And also various sevas are there we can take part. That'll be very nice. So I just want to, and there may be some announcements. So I will stop here, but I want to show you one more thing also. I think this message was already circulated in all the groups regarding the pen drive, Abhay Charan pen drive. This is basically, it's Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. Quite a long time back, he produced this wonderful and directed this wonderful TV serial by name Abhay Charan. Basically, it is Srila Prabhupada's life history. Very nicely taken as a TV serial and covering the entire, life history of Srila Prabhupada, the biography of Srila Prabhupada. So it's amazing it has come in the pen drive now, because all this, some of them asked me that, or maybe in the YouTube I can watch, but I think they are taking out all those things, and it will be only available in the pen drive, and it is in 4 different languages at the moment available: in English, in Tamil, in Hindi, and in Bengali. And the pen drive cost only £15, but even children can watch. And sometimes when they go and watch in YouTube also, it may take them to different other links, but this is very safe way of watching. And in a few months time, it won't be available in YouTube also, but we can watch this. It's very nice way of coming together as a family and watch the life history of Srila Prabhupada. Very nicely taken. I have personally seen it. Very, very wonderful. And we can create an awareness also for our children, because everyone nowadays sitting in front of the television watching many other serials and many other programs. So now why not watch this beautiful Abhay Charan episodes? That's really, really amazing, because we are talking about Srila Prabhupada and all the wonderful gifts what he has given, and one of the best gifts of Rath Yatra. We want to know more about Srila Prabhupada. For the devotees who are already practicing and who know Srila Prabhupada, by watching this, our faith, our connection with Srila Prabhupada can become more deeper, and we can really appreciate Srila Prabhupada. And also those who have not much read about him, this is a wonderful opportunity to know more about Srila Prabhupada and develop the connection with the pure devotee of the Lord. So request everyone, please, kindly grab this opportunity and take a pen drive for your own use. There are, or as I mentioned, there's 4 languages available. So you can mention to your leaders, and then we will get it available for you. I'm not sure whether we will get it before Rath Yatra. I'm trying, but if not, we will reach out to you once we get it in our hands. I just want to play that one. Prabhu, 1 minute, let me see. Okay, so I'll stop share. So Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Rath Yatra Maha Mahotsav ki jai. So let me share this one. I hope I can share this video.
On a whiteboard, no one sees
Sorry,
it.
this
With
is an ad.
Miro, you plan together in real time from literally everywhere. And
Then I decided to offer something for his 100th anniversary centennial. And I decided to make this television series on Srila Prabhupada's life, Abhay Charan.
Okay. So oh, okay, it's going somewhere. I'm sorry, wait a minute, somewhere it's going. Oh.
So Mataji, these pen drives will reach out to Jagannath House first, right?
Yeah.
Then
yes.
we have to collect individually.
Yes. We can reach out to all the Dham leaders or something. We can plan it out, and then we can collect. So it's amazing. So please, order. Contact your leaders. They are taking the list of all the names and the language you prefer. So kindly reach out. So yeah, this is from my side, and then I think the Rath Yatra planning and services are going on wonderfully. So now I will request, is Yogeshwar Prabhu, you have anything to share? And Vivek Prabhu, please.
Hare Krishna.
Very cool.
I think Vivek Prabhu might share.
Yeah,
about
okay,
service
that's
point.
nice. Okay, that's wonderful, Prabhu. Yeah, Vivek Prabhu, what are the...
Yes, Mataji. So regarding Rath Yatra preparedness, so today we had a call with all our in charges, and they most of them joined, but few of them didn't join. So as of now, we are in good state, and most of the department are either green or amber state as of now. A couple of departments are in red, and we will try to have a quick catch up, and they will turn very soon in green or amber, especially sound and one more department, videography and audio. So Dilip Prabhu got a team, and he said that it will be also green. So this is as of now, but I will request each and every department. Still, we have 5 more days, and you have any volunteers requirement or anything, you can reach out to us. We are happy to help each and every department. More than 35 or 36 departments we have, and we are trying our best to get the help from external volunteers as well as internal ELBB devotees. So wherever we are seeing the lack of volunteers, we are trying to pump it from the external category. But some departments like congregation, or where we need special knowledge of EL Bhakti-Vriksha and its philosophy and other things, we are trying to engage our own devotee. So please work with your department in charge, and ensure that everyone, whoever is this meeting, 51 persons and their family members, their BV members, they are in some services. If anyone is not in our service, then it's our failure actually. We are not trying to convince them properly, or we are not trying to reach them. So so as I said last year, this service is not only for BV leaders, Bhakti Viksha leaders, Dham leaders, it is for everyone, whoever is part of our congregation. Everyone should feel blessed that, okay, I have done something. Even I have done a small garland. Even I have just painted something. So please engage yourself. Still, if you have not received any service, please reach out to your respective Dham festival leader. So you can reach out to Ramesh Prabhu for Jagannath Dham, for Mathura Dham. You can reach out to me or Shivam Prabhu. For Ekchakra Dham, you can reach out to Litan Prabhu. For Dwarka, you can reach out to Rasanal Prabhu or Manohar Prabhu itself. So please come forward and help us. And even if you don't want to do service due to any circumstances, but please come and visit and have a blissful day on Rath Yatra day, and bring your family and friends and have a nice celebration in Valentine Park.
Okay, Prabhu, so that's nice. If
Just,
anything else is said, yeah,
Just
Prabhu
a
can
note to
share.
add, on
Yeah.
25th of September in Park, there is one more thing going on actually, although, I mean, because our thing was originally scheduled on 18th, so Park had another booking on it, I mean, 25th, because, I mean, obviously it was not us who booked 25th in the beginning. So there is a East London runners program going on in the park, which will finish at 1 o'clock. Although it's not in the Melbourne field where we are actually setting up all the tents and everything. But they are very nice people. I spoke to them. There's a person called Alexandra who is facilitating from their side. So we can work out with them. So I just wanted to request all the devotees, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baldev, Jai Subhadra Maharani, Jai Tushadarshan Chakra. जय श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय, श्री श्री पंचतत्व भगवान की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, जय गौर प्रेमानंदे,
हरि हरि बोल,
जय.
So yes, Prabhu, you were requesting something.
Yeah, so I was just requesting all the devotees who are coming to the park, or volunteers or anyone, please make sure that we don't interrupt their whatever they are doing. They're very nice people actually. So we want to give a good impression from our side, as in, because from ISKCON, they should not feel that we did not accommodate them as well, because they are very cooperative. They are saying that, obviously we will cooperate with you, and there is no issues from their side. And so we have requested them to join once they finish at 1 o'clock, to join us and have, feel of the festival and take prasadam with us. So we have requested them. So please, if you see any one of them are coming, please welcome them nicely, whatever team you are in, either stewards or prasadam or any other team. If you see the runners up are, the people who are running and they are coming and taking prasadam, please feel them, make them feel good, and give them some nice, obviously book or whatever possible, things. And maybe you never know, they may end up, coming in Krishna consciousness. So I think it's a nice arrangement of, Lord Jagannath actually, and Srila Prabhupada, that some white people will be joining us after their running finishes. Another thing is, please try and refrain from bringing cars inside the park if you are not a part of the volunteers, or if you are not bringing any stuff in the park. Please try to park outside of the car, of Valentine's Park. There are a lot of car parks available outside because it's a Sunday. So you can easily find a car park outside free of charge. But don't bring your cars inside to make it kind of, easy journey to come in. Unless you are bringing some stuff and things like that. Only on those occasions. So I think they are collecting some car registration numbers. So all the stewards will make sure that none of the other cars will be allowed inside the car, in the Melbourne field side of the park. So please make sure that these things are followed, and the nice festival for the pleasure of Lord Jagannath. Jai Jagannath
Yeah, so
Swami.
there is a car parking outside the Melbourne Park. So you can do free parking on these roads like Auckland Road, Brisbane Road, and Melbourne Road itself. And if you don't find any parking outside, there is a paid parking in the Valentine Park itself out of Melbourne Park. So only those devotees whose car registration have been given, and it's not that anyone will give car registration, we will accept. No, whoever is doing something which is needed, the transportation of items, logistic, VIPs, those only will be entered. So I have 100 volunteers, so I can't grant everyone to come inside the park with car. So only selected 20 to 25 devotees car will be permitted inside. They can come and go, but rest they have to park outside the Melbourne Park.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for all the announcements. And I think it's our responsibility also that each and every one of us who are part of this Rath Yatra team doing service, we represent Srila Prabhupada, we represent ISKCON. And it's like, you know, we are hosting the program. So anybody coming, it's like any guest coming, could be anybody. We welcome them with a lot of love and in the mood of, you know, a servant receiving them for the pleasure of Lord Jagannath. So we deal with them in a very, you know, nice way, a Vaishnava way. Even though sometimes they may come with, sometimes some people may ask some questions, or they may be rude, or sometimes they may handle us, ask in a way which may be little harsh, but whatever it is. But our side, we have to, you know, politely, humbly, nicely, lovingly, we treat them. They are a guest of Lord Jagannath. So let's remember that. And in that mood, we can try to serve, and that will be very pleasing. And if we have anything which is beyond our this thing, as we all know, we can approach to the devotees. Yogeshwar Prabhu is there, and we have here all the Vivek Prabhu, who is managing the team with all the festival heads, Shrikant Prabhu and the whole team. So many of them are there, so we can go and reach them out and then convey our concerns. But when we are actually dealing with them directly, we try our best to, you know, deal in a very nice way. So that's one thing. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. And we will meet soon, only a few more days. Let's all gear up ourselves for to please the Lord Jagannath, whatever we can do within the next few days. Let's give our best and not forget that more and more, whomever in our contact list, let's give our best effort to bring them for Jagannath Rath Yatra. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Rath Yatra Maha Mahotsav ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining. Hari Bol.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Hare